Hi students, welcome back to our today's class. Now we are going to see the next session under employability skills under unit 1 communication skills. Okay, so session 2 is verbal communication. So verbs, okay, verbal communication in the sense it includes sounds, words, language and speech. Okay, so all these things are there in the verbal communication, that is sound, word, language and the speech also. Speaking is one of the most effective and commonly used way of communication or communicating. It helps in expressing our emotions in words. By improving your verbal communication skills, you will be build a rapport and have a better connect. Okay, so you will be having a friendly relationship with others and you can have a better connect with others also if you are improving your verbal communication skills. So under verbal communication, we have several types. Okay, so types of verbal communications we will see some examples. First one is interpersonal communication, that is communicating with each other. So one-to-one communication, that is only called the interpersonal communication, one-to-one conversation. So this form of communication takes place between two individuals and is thus a one-on-one conversation we will say. It can be formal and also informal also. Okay. Examples, a manager discussing their performance with an employee, that is comes under formal communication. Two friends discussing homework, that is informal, and two people talking to each other over phone or video call, that is also informal, it comes under informal. Okay, and written communication. So first communication type of verbal communication is interpersonal communication, second one is written communication, third one is small group communication, and fourth one is public communication. These are the four type of verbal communication we have here. So second one, written communication. So written communication, it should be written uh, in the form of mail. We can send this form of communication involving writing words. Okay, so it can be letters, circulars, reports, manuals, SMS, social media chats, okay, etc. It can be between two or more people. Example, a manager writing an appreciation email to an employee and writing a letter to a grandmother inquiring about health. So this is informal way of written communication. This is formal way of written communication. And next one is small group communication. So this type of communication takes place when there are more than two people are involved. Okay, small group, when there are even more than two people are involved, that is considered to be a group communication, small group communication. Each participant here can interact and converse with each other, okay, with the rest of the people. So examples are press conferences, board meetings and team meetings, etc. comes under this small group communication. And public communication, like election combines and then public speeches by dignitaries. Okay, dignitaries, all these things comes under public communication. Here one person will be speaking and to the large gathering. Okay, so this type of communications takes place when one individual addresses a large gathering. Okay, so what are the advantages of verbal communication? It is an easy mode of communication in which you can exchange your ideas by saying what you want and get a quick response immediately. If the large gathering or if any person to whom you are talking, no, you are interacting, if he is not liking your messages or information what you are saying, immediately he will respond to you. Okay, so quick response you will get it. Okay, so the verbal communication also enables you to keep changing your interaction. So if you get quick response, so if it is a positive response, according to that you will continue your speech. If you get negative response, okay, and what you will do immediately, will enable you to keep changing your interaction as per the other person's response. So if it is a negative response, automatically you will change the mode of the way of speaking, and you will be speaking some other topic also. Okay, related to the response, per person's response. Okay, you will be keep changing your interaction. So these are the two advantages we are having. Quick response we will get, and we can easily share our ideas, okay, by saying, and immediately we will get the response, and we can keep changing our interaction as per the other person's response. So these are the three advantages we have in the verbal communications. What are the disadvantages of verbal communication? If you are not speaking or pronouncing the words properly, so what will happen? The person who is listening to your speech will not be able to understand language. If it is a barrier, he'll not able to understand what you are speaking. Okay, so since verbal communications depends on written or spoken words, So sometimes the meanings can be confusing and difficult to understand if the right words are not used. If you are not using the right words, or if your language is not able to understand by the listener, then automatically it will be a big disadvantage or drawback of the verbal communication. So how will you master in your verbal communication? Most people tend to get nervous while speaking in front of a large group, and they'll get a fear also, or even while speaking to their teachers, managers, or supervisors. However, if you focus on the points given in the following table, no, you can enhance. That is, you can improve and you can master your verbal communication skills. You can be a best master in your verbal communication skills if you are following these activities. Okay. So how what points and all you need to remember when you are speaking to a large group? Okay. First one, we need to think before we speak. Okay, think before you speak. Think about your topic, what topic you are going to talk, and think about the most effective ways to make your listeners. So how you can make your listeners to listen to your speech effectively, and they can understand the topic also. Okay, and write or note down whatever you plan to say. Okay, so whatever you want to say, to convey to other people, large gathering, you need to write down and you need to take some notes also in that, and you can speak by seeing that, by referring that. Okay, and next one is concise and clear. Okay, you need to speak clearly, and exact words you need to use when you are conveying some information or message to the large gathering. So speak clearly and loudly and at a moderate speed. You should not go fast also, you should not go very slow also. You should speak always at moderate speed and loudly, and you need to give some gaps also in between the words and sentences, if you want to convey some messages properly. And be sure the information you want to share is to the point. Okay, exact point. Irrelevant topics and all you should not discuss, and do not repeat the same sentences never repeat. And confidence and body language. Okay, so this is the another thing you need to have when you want to become a master in your verbal communication. Be confident when you're speaking, and you should maintain the eye contact. You should not see the same person continuously when you are speaking. 3 seconds or 30 seconds once you need to change your eye contact. Okay, so maintain eye contact, stand straight and be attentive. Okay, so you need to look at your posture also. Okay, when you are standing or when you are sitting or when you are walking, you need to check your posture. Okay, so stand straight and be attentive and be friendly with the people to whom you are speaking. All these things you need to remember when you are speaking and when you want to become a master in your verbal communication. Okay, next one is so session 3, that is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is the process, is the expression. Okay, non-verbal communication is the expression or exchange of information or messages without using any spoken or written words. So under verbal communication we have used um, what is that, words, okay, and sentences, spoken or written words we have used. Okay, here in non-verbal we will use only concentrate on expression only. Our exchange of information will be done with the help of expressions, without written or spoken words. So in other words, we send signals and messages to others through expressions and gestures and postures, touch, space, eye contact, and para language. All these things are involved in non-verbal communication. That is, through expressions we will send our signals and messages, and through gestures, that is the arm signals, okay, hand signals you can say. Okay, we will see with the picture way also, we will see what is meant by gestures and postures. Okay, the way you are sitting and standing, all these things only. Straightly you need to stand, straightly you need to sit. Okay, that is only known as postures. The way how you are standing while you are speaking, that is only called as postures. And touch, okay, mild hand, when you are handshaking with your boss or with anyone, no, mild handshake only you need to do. Okay, and firmly you need to touch the person. And space, you need to give enough space when you are talking any formal way of communicating with one person, no, you need to give some gap. Okay, you should not stand closer to the person while you are speaking. And eye contact also, this will be involved when you are grouping, when you are speaking in front of a large group, or with even one single person also. You should not continuously see his eyes or her eyes. Okay, And para language. Para language in the sense the voice, your voice audibility and your tone and your clarity, voice clarity, all those things only known as para language. Okay, so we will see one by one. So you will learn about the importance of different types of nonverbal communication skills and also know the correct body language, that is um gestures, okay, to be used for communication. So what is the importance of non-verbal communication? In our day-to-day communication, 55% of communications, you can see in a brown color here, 55% of communications is done using body movements and face and arms movements only. Okay, facial expressions and arm movements only is done 55% of communications, that is non-verbal and visual communication. 38% you can see here non-verbal alone, that is using voice, tone and pauses, that is para language I said, no, with that 38%. And 7% only is done using words, that is verbal communication. So remaining all non-verbal and visual communication only. So as we can see in the figure, okay, around 93% of our communication is non-verbal. Okay, that is 55 plus 38, it will be 93 around. Okay, so it is 93%. And 7% only using words, that is verbal communication. So certain examples of communicating with tone of voice and body language will be shown in the figure table 1.4. Okay. So first one is under non-verbal communication, gestures. Okay, so raising a hand to greet or say goodbye. Okay, if you want to say some greeting also, or if you want to say some goodbye, you can raise your hand. So that is one type of gesture communication, that is non-verbal communications. That time you won't speak any language or any word also. And pointing your finger at someone, that means you are indicating someone with the help of your finger. Okay, so everything is related with your hand only, your hand and arms. Okay, and then second one, expressions. So facial expression, you will show your reply either in the form of happy or in a sad or some kind of angry or all those expressions you can show in your face. Okay, smiling when you are happy, making sad face when you are sad, all these things comes under expressions. So next one is body language, that is postures by which attitudes and feelings are communicated. So in which way you are sitting and standing. Okay, either you are standing straight or sitting straight, according to that you can easily convey your attitude and your feeling also. Okay, standing straight showing interest, standing slouchy way it will be showing that you are not interested in listening or speaking also. And our messages becomes more effective if we use the right gestures while communicating. Okay, so when our messages will be more effective if we use the right gestures while communicating. If we know about nonverbal communication, we can understand our audience reactions and adjust our interaction accordingly. So according to the audience interaction, no, audience reaction, no, based on these expressions and body language, if we are knowing this nonverbal communication properly, we can easily change our interactions. Okay, and using the right gestures and postures is a sign of professionalism and adequacy. Okay, if verbal messages are obstructed by noise, okay, if your verbal messages are not reached to the audience, no, because of noise and the distance and the environment, we can use our hand movements to exchange the messages. Okay, when it is disturbed, getting disturbed, or when it is blocked, no, by the noise and distance, we can use our hand movements to exchange the messages. For example, placing a finger on the lips indicates the need for silence, while nodding the head is the same as saying yes. Okay, if you are saying yes, instead of that you can nod your head. So like that you can show your body languages or body gestures in order to show some responses. Okay, and next one is types of non-verbal communications. So in that we have first one as for facial expressions. So like that we can see in emoticons also, when we are sending some messages, no, we will add some emoticons nowadays. So with the help of emoticons, we are coming to convey that we are, whether we are in happy mood or in sad mood or we are in sleepy mood, all those things we can share. No, in the same manner, facial expressions easily convey to the sender. Okay, so our expressions can show different feelings such as happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, etc. So how to use effectively? Smile when you meet someone. Keep your face relaxed. Okay, match your expressions with your words. Okay, whenever you speak some words, with that words your expression should get matched. And nod while listening. So when you are listening to the sender, sender message, you need to nod your head if you understood means. Okay. And postures show our confidence and feelings. Okay. For example, a straight body posture shows confidence, while a slumped posture is a sign of weakness. Okay. So keep your shoulders straight and body relaxed. Sit straight while resting your hands and feet in the relaxed position. While standing, keep your hands by your sides. You should not keep your hands in your pockets. Okay. And gestures are body languages. Gestures include body movements that express an idea or meaning. For example, raising a hand in a class to ask a question and biting nails when nervous. So when you are nervous, you will immediately bite the nails. When you are raising a hand in the class, that means you are coming to ask some questions to the teacher. Okay. So keep your hands open, avoid pointing your finger at people, tilt your head a bit to show that you are attentive. Okay, you need to tilt your head. If you understood yes means you need to tilt your head little in order to show that you are attentive in the class. Okay. And touch, we can communicate a great deal through touch. For example, a firm handshake to display confidence, and patting on the back, okay, to encourage someone. So if you are patting on the back of some students, no, you can encourage you. That means you are encouraging that student to for achievement, okay, for some achievement, okay. And shake hands firmly while meeting someone. You should not shake hand in a harm way, okay. Firmly, you should shake the hands while meeting someone. Avoid other touch gestures during the formal communications. You should not touch while your formal way when you are communicating. And then space. Space is a physical distance between the two people. It is a physical distance between the two people. The space between the two persons while communicating generally depends on the intimacy or closeness between them. Okay, if you are standing closer with your boss, no, that indicates that it's a negative way. It will be showing that you have some kind of closeness with your boss. Okay, so that you need to avoid when you are speaking with your boss. Okay. Maintain proper space depending on the relationship, which could be formal or informal, or the closeness with the person with whom you are talking. Okay. And then eye contact, the way we look at someone can communicate a lot. Eye contact shows that we are paying attention to the person as opposed to looking away, so which can make the other persons feel ignored. So that means if you are seeing the person while you are talking, or if you the receiver person is seeing the sender who is conveying the message, that means they are not ignoring each other. Okay, so they are trying to listen each other's words. Okay. That is the meaning of eye contact. Okay, so if you are not seeing the person who is speaking or person who is listening, that means that you are ignoring that person. You are not interested to listen to the speaker, or you are not interested to speak to that person. Okay. Look directly at the person who is speaking. Avoid staring. Okay, keep a relaxed look. Maintain eye contact with the intermittent breaks. So in between you can get the break, and you can watch the person to whom you are speaking. And next one is para language. How we speak affects our communications and includes the tone, speed, volume of our voice. Okay, so we need to concentrate of our tone also, speed also, and volume of our voice also. For example, talking fast may show happiness, excitement, or nervousness, while speaking slow and may show seriousness. That is, as for example, talking fast, it may show happiness, excitement, or nervousness, and while speaking slow, no, it may show your seriousness and sadness also. Okay, so they may think like that. If you are speaking slow, means that they think that you are serious and you are sad. If you are talking fast, they may think that what, you are happy and you are excited and you are getting nervous. Okay, so use suitable tone and volume. Maintain moderate speed while you are talking. Next type of communication is visual communication, that is showing pictures and graphical way you can communicate with others. So mainly road symbols and all, if you are seeing, no, that will be indicating visual communication. So for this no need of language or no need of any kind of spoken words in order to convey the messages. Okay, visual communication proves to be effective since it involves interchanging messages only through images or pictures, and therefore you do not need to know any particular language for understanding it. So for this, no need of any language. No particular language is required for understanding it. It is simple and it remains consistent across different places. So wherever you go, this symbol only is going to be used in order to intimate this kind of information. Okay. And some common type of visual communications are shown here. Example, so if any building or any road or something are under construction means, like this one picture will be shown. Okay, no pets allowed means dog like one pet symbol will be shown, and above that one cross circle symbol will be there. Okay, no pet allowed means. Okay, next is you can see that slanting line is coming from right side to left side. Okay, so right slanting only is there. Okay, and no parking zone, P with right slanting. Okay, circle with right slanting, inside that the letter P is written, and no entry. So like this will be shown. No entry means this will be shown, circle and straight line. Danger warning. So this is the picture to indicate the danger warning. And radiation biohazard warning means like this it will be shown. And under CCTV surveillance, like this picture will be shown, and no mobile zone means like this the picture will be shown. So easily everyone will understand this. So with this, two sessions are completed. Next we will see fourth session, that is communication cycle and importance of feedback, in the next video. Thank you.